Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. My name is Nick O'Leary. Now, today we're looking at the Mercedes Me app. But while we're here, did you know that if you've done this and locked your keys in your car, you can potentially still get them out? All you need is Mercedes Me. So then guys, what is Mercedes Me and why do you need it? Why is it really important? Well, just before I run into that, be aware that Mercedes Me services will vary massively from model to model, year to year, and even country to country as well. So the best thing to do is check on the Mercedes Me website under the Managed Services section, and you can see exactly what your car can do on Mercedes Me. Failing that, just chat with your local dealership and then they can assist and let you know exactly what it can do. Be aware as well that Mercedes Me services are chargeable. In some cars they're included free of charge for sometimes a year, 2 or even 3 years. But again, this can vary, so double check with your local dealership to be sure. So what is Mercedes Me? Well, I like to summarise Mercedes Me as that it runs some important elements in your car. So for example, it's responsible for the live traffic on your sat-nav and your map updates, and there's also an app called Mercedes Me as well that you can make use of. So a really good comparison, you know how if you buy like a smartphone, maybe like an iPhone or something, and you have your actual phone but then you link it to your Apple account, and the same for Android as well, you link it to your Google account. It's the same sort of thing. So with a Mercedes, you basically have your car and then you link it to your Mercedes Me account, which gives you some extra things like the live traffic map updates and an app as well. So that's what Mercedes Me is. Why do you need it? And then also, why is it really important for every owner of a Mercedes to have it linked to your own account? Well, that's easy. You've got the live traffic, that won't operate unless it's linked to your account. And then of course you've got the map updates as well. And also you won't be able to make use of the Mercedes Me app. And speaking of the app, this is the Mercedes Me app. So a quick overview: on the bottom left of the app, the home button is the home screen. It's the one you see every time you launch the app each day. It features many things ranging from unlocking and locking the car remotely, to checking your tyre pressures, adjusting settings, and in some cases allows you to put the heating and air conditioning on, all from inside the app. Of course, the heating and cooling part is primarily for plug-in hybrids and electric vehicles, and some models can even notify you if a collision occurs in your absence when it's parked up. On the right hand side is the vehicle locator. It's a bit like a tracker to locate the car on a map, but this is up to your insurance company if they class this as an actual tracker. You can see where it is on a map and even when the vehicle is in motion too. From here you can even send destinations through to your car's sat-nav as long as your phone comes with you when you get in, and even locate charge points if you have a hybrid or an electric car. These two combined are called the remote package on the Mercedes Me store, but if you bought a new car, most commonly are included for 3 years. However, there are other services available for purchase on Mercedes Me. These can range from live traffic and map updates for the sat-nav, and even things like adding features to your car that weren't specified at factory. Again, varies from model to model, but it kind of gives you an idea. So all of this is really good, but how do you link your Mercedes-Benz to your Mercedes Me account? Well, if you've purchased from a main Mercedes-Benz dealership, they will have done this for you, but if you have purchased somewhere else, that's no problem. Your local Mercedes will just need to see a thing called a V5 document. That's what they accept in the UK, mainly because it has your name, address, and the chassis number as well to get it linked and put in your name. Now, there is the possibility if it's not currently in anyone else's name, so say for example you've bought a brand new car from maybe like a lease company or a Mercedes-Benz from like a local garage or something. If it's not currently linked to anyone, there is the possibility that you can do this yourself, but in most cases I found it's often easier just to get in touch with your local Mercedes and they can do it for you, and it only takes a couple of minutes anyway. So once you've made a Mercedes Me account and you've linked your car, you'll usually have a couple of emails, one saying confirm your registration and then the other one saying linking of your vehicle was successful. Now these will be either emailed to you or text to you depending on what you've used for your Mercedes Me ID. And the Mercedes Me ID you can register on an email or mobile, it doesn't matter, either one is good. So once you've got this, there's actually 3 stages to getting Mercedes Me going. So the first stage is this: you need to click on the initial email, make a password and just finalise the account. Stage 2 is to accept the terms of use on the Mercedes Me website or in the app. And then stage 3 is to turn the actual Mercedes Me services on, which we'll do in a second. So stage 1, let's go into and complete this registration. So this is my new Mercedes Me account. As you can see here, I've got my name and I just need to make a password. So let's pop, I'm going to choose my own password for this one. And then once that's done, just tick the box and then go down to continue. And I'll save that one. So that is stage 1 done. Now you need to do stage 2, which is accepting the terms of use. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. You can do this on the Mercedes Me website, on mercedes-benz.co.uk, or you can do it in the Mercedes Me app. And to be honest, if you're downloading the app anyway, it's probably easier to do that. So this is what the Mercedes Me app looks like once you're signed in. Now if this is the first time that you're signing in, you'll usually have a box appear at the very, very top and it'll say, please activate your services. And from here, you can actually accept the terms of use and turn on the services all in one motion, which is quite nice. However, if you're using a browser or say like an iPad or something and not using the Mercedes Me app, just go to the Mercedes-Benz website, tap on the menu button, go to My Mercedes Me account, and then go to Terms of Use, which is just down the page. And then in here, you just need to put a tick box in the top box as a minimum. Go all the way to the bottom and tap Save. So that's stage 2 done. And then stage 3, just go to My Mercedes Me account, My Vehicles, find your car in this list, tap on that one, go to Manage Services, which will be on the right hand side. And then there's a big toggle switch here where you can turn everything on. And basically on this page, this is the page that's good to know because it shows you all of the things that your car can do. And as you can see, everything's off at the moment. So in this list, you'll have live traffic, map updates. You can see here, it's off. So let's go back up to the top, flick that switch on, and then at the very, very bottom, there'll be a save button. Mercedes Me charge is slightly separate. I won't cover that in this video. I have made a separate video on this, so I'll link that up above. But for now, I'm just going to tap save on that one. So if you did want to know about Mercedes Me charge, have a look at that link as a full tutorial on how that works. Now, once you've made any changes to Mercedes Me, so whether you've added a vehicle, taken the vehicle off your account, activated services, or even if you've bought anything on Mercedes Me, do allow up to 24 hours for the activation process to take place, and you do need to drive the car around outside in the open for it to synchronize to the Mercedes Me servers. So as I mentioned in the previous chapter, Mercedes Me services are chargeable services. So if you ever needed to renew them or you wanted to add some functionality to the car, you can do that via the Mercedes-Benz website, or you can even do this on the Mercedes Me app as well. Now in this example here, I've got the Mercedes-Benz website. So all you do when you're on your Mercedes Me account and you've got your car on the screen, just scroll to the very, very bottom of the page and you'll see a thing called Mercedes Me Store. Just go in here and then you can see any relevant things that you can purchase for your car to either upgrade things like the sat-nav, like live traffic, map updates, make use of the Mercedes Me app, or you can even add features in here which weren't included with the car at factory. Say for example here I've got dash cam, you can add that to the car and enhance the car's capability. And there we go guys, that concludes this week's video on the Mercedes Me app. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and of course don't forget that like button and of course that subscribe button if you want to see more future videos just like this one. And as always, huge shout out to Sandown Mercedes-Benz as they provided all the cars you see in the videos. And hey, if you fancied one yourself, there's a link in the description down below where you can get in contact with them and they might be able to sort you out with one. But until next time, see you then.